This is a good question. I got asked, whose NFL record do I think is going to be the hardest to break? Jerry Rice with 22,895 yards and 197 touchdowns as a wide receiver, or Emmitt Smith's 18,355, 164 touchdowns. They both are hard to reach numbers. Hard to reach numbers. You know, um, the Jerry Rice thing is staggering because he just changed the course of football, and now you got more guys who get yards, but you look at it, and it's like a guy have to play like 20 years. These guys aren't gonna play 20 years. You'd have to average like 2 grand a season for maybe half of your career. That's how insane his numbers are. And the 197 touchdowns is crazy. He just was on another level. I don't think people realize how much of a beast and how he just set everything apart. It just was crazy. Emmitt Smith, 18,355, 164 touchdowns. I do believe that I don't think the touchdowns will get touched. But then again, with running backs scoring, there's not the same. So you don't have the same situation. But you had a guy like Frank Gore who had 16,000 yards. You had Adrian Peterson. If it wasn't for the fact that he put a switch to his kids behind, he may have had a chance to be up higher. But, the politics, NFL, and CPS, but that's no story. We would have had a chance. But out of the two, if I was a betting man, I think you got a better chance of catching Emmitt. Even though we're not in a really heavy running back era, they try to say it, but they're trying to slowly bring it back. But I think you'd have a better chance because you got more backs that flirt with 1,800, 1,900 yards because they keeps extending the season. The receiving thing you would think logical, but you'd have to play it at such a level to what Jerry Rice did. I don't think that's humanly possible. That's not to diminish Emmitt Smith's dominance. It's just that Jerry Rice hit a little bit different. So if I was asked which record I think would be harder to get, I'm going to say Jerry Rice. But they're both incredible records. And because of the fact that even though it's more offensive oriented these days, ironically, running backs don't have the lifespan more than 3 to 4 years, and receivers don't have starters to 7 to 8. So you don't have a lot of receivers that, they would come half of it. They wouldn't come to the near it though. That's the thing. You'd have to really endure a lot. So I think those records are gonna be kind of out of step. Now, ask me who's the better player of the two is Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is considered greater than Emmitt Smith. Uh, Even though they got the same amount of jury, Rice did go to one more Super Bowl, but he's got more touchdowns and more dominance. And I just think that when you think about Jerry Rice, as for a receiver to dominate like he did, because it's more geared towards running backs. Receivers never win league MVP. They never get the same hit as a running back. So think about it. So you really have to be doing something special. Takes nothing away from Emmitt. Emmitt's in my top 12 greatest running backs ever. I don't have him top 5. I'm one of those people that still think if Barry Sanders had a line, or even Tony Dorsett had a line, they could have had his numbers. But I will say he was tough and dependable and durable. And he definitely made a mark. And it's a good question. Because these two numbers, I don't think anybody's going to, I think it's going to be hard to get. But anyway, let me know what you think. Jerry Rice versus Emmitt Smith. Which uh, all-time rank is going to be harder to reach? Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm my one time. Peace.